Saran Sat Sri Akal, Niga Swagat, very warm good evening to my health show with Manjeet Kaur, taking you to another journey this evening on Your Health is Your Wealth. Thirty se hai thada gehna. My issue of bringing this and the reasons why I do the shows, one, to educate, number two, to help you understand what's happening with your body. Jeena ek aasan nahi hai, it's not very easy, but to live in a medium or in a way of a lifestyle pattern that will stop you from your body from demising or going downhill is very important. So life itself has no meaning. It has an opportunity to create a meaning, an opportunity that you get that can slip by your hands out of negligence, out of stress. I'm going to be dissecting so many things in my show today, trying to help you understand that by listening to Akal channel, the one only Punjabi channel that is airing the Sikh health and the cook shows on such a large format that we take so much painstaking time to help you understand the value of your health, to understand the reasons of good food. And this way I've complemented the healthy cook shows. Obviously cannot go without teamwork, and my humble thanks to the whole members and the team of Akal. It's an amazing project, and I hope that you will cherish this and pass the word around to listen, to understand, to regurgitate, and to change. There is always a little window of change. If that doesn't happen, you're then going downhill. Your health is your wealth. Obviously, it's so important that my emphasis is illness versus wellness. How do we bring this to balance? One, my emphasis is bringing your body to a restorative area. Number two, my emphasis is to balance your body. Number three, my emphasis is to naturally treat your body. And number four, my emphasis is to prevent a disease knocking on your door, be it cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes, one of the biggest killers and one of the biggest diseases knocking on every Punjabi Asian doorstep. Saran Niga Swagat, Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar, and welcome to my health show with Manjeet Kaur. 9:40 day har sombar. Pass the word around to your nears and dears, and my nears and my furthest dears of Glasgow. I am going to be in Glasgow from the 10th, and my clinics will be running from the 11th to the 15th of August. Fair, do not regret. See the strip underneath playing throughout the show to remind you. Remember, at no my treatments or alternative, I do not tell you or advise you to give up any doctor's medication or orthodox medicine that you are already taking until you come to me. We diagnose you, assess you, and then support you. This is for you to understand what you can do, Thade Nige Karavich, and for me to part away with my years of knowledge and my passion to drive this energy of our people, which can be stagnated. Nobody is born with the knowledge, we attain it. But how do I part away? I could close the chapter and just keep my clinic and say, that's it, I'd leave it to that. But my passion is to part away with therapies, knowledge, with the juicing concept, with the food concept through the cook shows. And that itself is such a mission. When I sit and value my time, I still put it aside to community seva. And then I say, well, I mean, if I put those clinical hours, those many hours in my clinic, there's more monetary gain. But my gain through doing these creative shows is to help my community at large. And, one day maybe you'll remember me or think that Asi Akal channel te show dekhya, there was something of value, So don't let it be too late when the disease strikes. And by doing what I'm doing, I'm helping the body to unblock. I'm doing the liver cleansing. I'm helping you with lymphatic drainage. I'm helping you with the kidney cleansing, and to give you a greater impact for the betterment of your life. What more do you want? This is your mode of travel. This is your upkeep of your MOT of your body. And through this, having to create a meaningful life, Life has no meaning until we do something, and something knocks on the door. We quickly try to assess and ascertain, and we seek help. But if you don't, you then become a victim. And you then become a victim to so many other symptoms where English medicine would look at it in a different way, with all respect to NHS, which is amazing and has got great support for UK patients, and especially when we are taxpayers of this country. There is so much in this welfare state of England that we fail to appreciate until something strikes us when we are on holiday, or you could be abroad, where you physically have to go into your purse and put the cash on the table to value your health. At that point, that's when you'll appreciate and say, oh, Sache Pasha, England's welfare state is amazing. We need to look at that. In UK, 53% of the people are choosing complementary therapies. All the therapies that I do with 2 doctorates and 10 qualifications now, all that complement in my clinic, one supporting the other. And through these complementary medicine therapies, this is not only Punjabis, but the Asians and the Germans and the Italians, not as much, but Spanish and French a lot. Swedish are looking at alternative medicine massively. And obviously, my qualification of homeopathy in Germany, it made me a different person to understand so many other things that are happening with the body. Let's be mindful. Mindfulness is thinking of what is happening with the body, the base of stress, finding that. Or with the allopathic medicine comes in radiotherapy, would come in chemotherapy, would come in x-rays and drugs. With my therapies, the first and the foremost point that we do, and why I'm doing this show, that today I'm only going to be talking about what I'm projecting and what therapies I do, and especially for Glasgow, the patients jehde mainu hun Gurdware Berkeley Street Nava Gurdware te mile 3 weeks ago, who had come to me 22 years ago and are fit and fine today, and there's a massive outcry. So please remember, from the 11th, I will get to Glasgow for the 10th. There may be a possibility I'll run the clinics in G3 on the 10th, but definitely from the 11th to the 15th is going to be a marathon clinics run into 2 spaces of the Gurdwaras, the Singh Sabha and the Berkeley Street Gurdwara. So please call to make your appointments on 07886880591. पर मंगलवार फोन करना याद रखना। एक गल, एक छोटी जी निकी जी बेनती, सोमवार 9 बजे 10 बजे 11 बजे 12 बजे रात दे फोन करन दा कोई फायदा नहीं, कोई रीजन भी नहीं है, ना असी फोन उठांदे ने, because it's not a sociable time. So मंगलवार फोन करो, बेनती छोटी जी परवान करो, 8 वजे तो लैके सवेर दे शाम दे 8 वजे तक, किन्ना 12 घंटियां दे विच तो टाइम कड्डोगे ना अपने हेल्थ दा. So looking at acupuncture is amazing. Flower remedies help to calm the exteriors, and I understand what's happening within the interior of the body. And in general synopsis of what comes up on the NAS scanning, I get your general sense of health and well-being. Many doctors and cancer nurses and Macmillan nurses all approve of the idea that controlling your emotions, you can improve your health. And this is being very well accepted. That also includes reflexology and foot reflexology and body massaging using the right oils. Obviously, more and more increasing evidence area that certain complementary therapies help to control the symptoms and the side effects. And obviously, complementary medicine treats the symptoms as well. But what I do, I look at the body as the whole, and I treat the person as a whole. So you will not just be coming to me for your dizziness or your panic attacks. Oh, that's another show. I just decided yesterday while I was waiting, in the car for my brother-in-law's wedding, what do I do? And after looking at my previous recordings, I realized there was something I hadn't done, was panic attacks. And suddenly it struck me at 8 o'clock before the Junaid came, I have to do the panic attack show. And that is so prevalent. Punjabi bandiyan de vich, young girls as young as 8 saying to their mothers they are stressed and they're panicking. And young as old as 80 even panic. So it's a huge problem. More and more, obviously, evidence jidda jidda ai janda ki odi thanu faida hunda ya complementary medicine da. And obviously acupuncture that helps to relieve the sickness. Acupuncture helps to relieve the pain at that pressure point, at that point where the electrical energy is not free flowing in your body, which then actually reflects onto a domino effect to the other organ, which is starved from oxygen, molecular, cellular energy. And here is one organ failing, reflecting onto the second, onto the third, and it creates a domino effect. This is what acupuncture does if you get it done correctly. I've had people who have done it at other places have not benefited, and they come here. From people with paralysis, with facial paralysis, with faces that doctors said they would never be able to change their faces. I was telling my camera team that, you know, when we were putting up the picture of the acupuncture, having done up to even 46 needles on a face, and 3 months later, the person with facial paralysis, who was given no hope by the doctors, 2 of them walked back to the same surgeons and doctors and showed their straight faces to date till today, and they're living a happy life, and nobody in the family weddings even thought that they had had facial paralysis. That's the wonders. But it is how you do it. There's a lot of hangama, there's a lot of short things people do, there's a lot of 3-month courses, they think they can handle a needle. It is not so simple. But what it does, it rids the disease, the blocked energy, and helps the lymph system to start flowing and carrying the information. Obviously, complementary medicine helps to the patient to feel more in control, and they virtually have, can we say, their feelings and emotions are balanced. But if I don't look at their facial structure, I don't look at their sitting posture, I don't look at their eye contact, I've not diagnosed the person. I'll be looking at several things, you know, even tongue and eyes and nail health and skin health, all these things reflect. Complementary medicine, you will feel and realize that it is non-toxic. The comfort that you get from the NAS drops is amazing. The flower remedies is fabulous. Lymphatic drainage, self-drainage, and getting proper drainage is amazing. Has to be done in a structured way again. This is not a 5-pound ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਸਾਊਥ ਹਾਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਆ, they are bluffing old people, knocking on their doors and telling them, auntie, massage ਕਰਾਉਣੀ ਆ, and auntie says, okay ਧੀਏ, they say 5 pounds, walk into the poor old lady's house, and as she walks to the loo to empty her bladder before she gets massaged, she's been robbed from her valuables and her purse, and the girls have left the house. And this is actually from the girls of Punjab. Cases that come to us and stories that come to us, be very careful. Lock your cars in Southall is a serious problem. Southall at night and early hours of the morning. For my male patients have found Punjab diyan kudiyan rushing into their cars to ask for business. Seriously sickening. And really, we just need to be vigilant. Vigilant for our safety, but vigilant about our health as well. Your health is your life's equilibrium. It is your balance. 2 scales that do not balance, your health, your emotions, your diet, your lifestyle, all these things are so finely tuned when a human being is born that we, after the age of 3, when the children start going into bigger school and their diets change, their choice of young parents are ringing me up when their daughters are just 15 months or 11 months, कि असी dessert की दइए बच्चे नु, असी snack की दइए. The child has not asked you for a snack. 12 साल दी उम्र ते साडे first homemade crisps गए, and that was through very fussy choice of a mother finding the best potato that would not be picking up oil. And she tried 5 different brands till the one she decided was the brand that she was going to use to hand, cut through a machine and then hand do each one. Now you're saying the hand fried crisps. Your child has not asked you for a snack. They've not asked you for colored crisps and flavored crisps loaded with enhancers and MSG. A dessert is not a food. It is a craving of sugar that you are now taking your child to a sugar blues and sugar asphyxiations, and then causing funguses on young children as young as 11 months who have gross tongues. I'm so sorry to say. I think I have more pictures of tongues and legs and limbs and skins and eyes and ears and noses of infections than I have of family and friends. So staying into this, and obviously aromatherapy helps to improve the quality of life. Staying positive all the time is what I do through when I look and assess the person's body language is so important. Obviously, in any disease, be it complementary or any other, ill health strikes, and then comes in how do you get to healthy lifestyle. That would include good diet, change of lifestyle, that would include connecting with Mother Earth. Obviously, there are 8 well-beings that you can do, 8 symbols, obviously, which is spiritually connecting through Nam Simran, through whatever God you worship, through spirit. That's a spiritual well-being. Then comes nature and connecting with Mother Nature. Then is recreation of your own well-being. Then is relaxation, so important, and nutritional exercise, which is different to recreation. And then relationships, which is one of the biggest problems, where our women seem to have a baggage of the son, the daughter-in-law, the husband drinking, and they carry a sandook, lohe da sandook, a pand on their head. Let go of your children. You were only caretakers till the time they've left the nest. Now just focus on yourself and your well-being, because when you're in bed, they're not going to be offering you behi dal even, because they have their own lifestyle. There are good children out there who are wonderful for their parents. The others are selfish, and some have no time because it's their job pressures. And then obviously giving back, always giving back love, because you'll get what you give. Obviously giving this information and getting passion and love and a lot of respect from you folks, I humbly thank you, and I hope you'll keep supporting the shows. But call on 07886880591 for appointments. No advice is given on email that you are a grade 4 cancer, you're having a stoma bag, or you're pancreatic cancer. What diet do I give? None of that till I know you. Grade 4 and grade 3 cancers I do not touch. I would touch the lower grades and support them so they can have less side effects and better lifestyle and more survival chances. Obviously, when you go off course and you're not holding the steering in your hands, you are now detracked. For me to come to the studio, if I took a different direction and I steered the wheel in a different direction, I may have ended up in Hounslow. But to get into a direction, there is a way and a lifestyle pattern that we need to follow. All these directions I've been doing with the Culture Channel for over a year and a half of these shows, and also cook shows, just to guide you and show you and dasna what helps you. And so nice to know that you youngsters say that you're watching the show now and you do not, what's this called? Surfing. With your remote control, one after another, trying to find what program is of interest that you can sit down without feeling higgledy-piggledy all evening saying, what do I watch? So thank you so much, and highly regard your appreciation into my program. Obviously, when the patient is distorted and their emotions are all over the place, you give up hope. And this is where you come, and I give you the hope to come back to life. Come and join me into my course of therapies that I do, where I help you to have lifestyle changes, diet, nutrition, Ayurveda. My own filtrations are fabulous. Even people with the worst stomachs have never shown that my Ayurveda supplements ਨਾਲ ਸੇਕ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ, ਢਿੱਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗ ਬਲੀ, heartburn ਹੋਇਆ. Some Ayurvedic supplements that people pick up can be so strong, because ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਦਵਾਈਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ you need to have about a good, more than a quarter, less than half a glass of ghee and dudh to stop the fire. There is so much bad yang in these remedies that they are not balanced. Here we are making preparations to suit our patients, and ਕਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ drops ਦੇਣੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ, ਕਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਮਚਾ, ਕਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ tablespoon ਦਾ ਮਾਤਰਾ, ਕਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ 100 milligram, ਕਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ 500, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ 1000, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ 3000 milligram. That is the difference of our diagnosis. And where I would sit and then take time to make your remedies and post them across the world. But again, across the world will also be with consultation on the phone. So looking at those things, and then obviously flower remedies, Nascan keeps coming back and humming back into my heart and soul. Something I've embraced for exactly 18 and 3/4 years. It's going to be mid-July was when I embraced this project of Nascan, and I knew this was an answer to so many hidden things within the body that it unravels or shuffles like a deck of cards and brings out the goodness in the person, to the point people say, oh, I've not even had a pump. Mainu dame da attack hunde sige since you've given me drops. Could be ED7 for lungs. Because it read on the scan, you've not needed your inhalers and you've not had indigestion. You have a better bowel movement. Some people are ultra toxic when they come. We only start with a drop. They are so bad. For newborn babies, Nascan is great. Can be just put on the skin. It still goes through. That's the amazing thing. So, do not buy cheap and cheerful Ziploc bags which you think you're going to consume because you think you have done your window shopping. Those leave the bowels straight into the toilet and do not even get assimilated, do not get broken. Whatever big figures they're showing at the back of the bottle is before that powder went through caking process, in which bulkers are put, white bulkers are put, bulking powders are put, they go through baking, and in the baking process is when anything that's heated has lost half its value. If I tell you to cook carrots gently and I tell you to overcook the carrots, I think with your mindfulness and easy thought to that, the ones which are less cooked will have more beta carotene than the ones that you've mashed and killed like bibiyan do and overcook the sabjiyan. I need to salute to Bibi ji in Edinburgh who undercooks her sabji, and she's 82. She's doing something right. Fit and fine, no problems with her knees, so active. I regularly see her family is under treatment. She's not though, but she's looking after the extended family. Amazing energy, amazing aura, but she's still learning cooking ideas from me, and she's embracing them. So all these things happen, but don't have rubbish products that leave your gut and leave you even more toxic. Do you think that you've had a tablet? Pause to think your tablet nu ingest karanu liver ne kinna kuch karna hai. But has your stomach been the right temperature, folks, to break up that tablet to become powder, for it to pass the stomach, for it to go to the small intestine with the chyme, to digest it through the villi, to pass it to the liver, who's then going to charnify this further and pass it to the bloodstream, and the rest is rejected? Such a complex program that we've just had. For example, you may have had, paneer. But what is the load that's going to happen having had that paneer is another program I'll be doing about pancreas. Keep a lookout on that show about the pancreas. It will be an amazing one. I've done diabetes, but when I have sieved my shows and I sit back, early hours, 3 a.m. is the best time for me to get new ideas, and thought, damn, I've never done pancreas. I've never done panic attacks. Let me open those doors because I'm running out of ideas. I need to make more creative shows. I need to assist my community at large. This is Gujaratis, Punjabis, Muslim community, and a lot of English people are watching my cook shows. I just found out at the Gurdwara yesterday. It made me ecstatic. On the tables, young boys saying their Gora friends are watching the cook shows and they love the time when I add in coriander, and they call me the coriander lady or the Tanya lady because I speak a bit of English and Punjabi. And it really humored me that so many English youngsters love the show. And this is such a great inspiration for me. On Wednesday, I'll be doing 16 hours of cook show without a break. So the energy comes from your blessings. Obviously, through the second half of the program, I'm going to talk about why life ਵਿੱਚ ਜੀਣ ਲਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਮਤਲਬ ਰੱਖਣਾ, because life is not a meaning until we create a meaning to living. After this little short water break, let me take you to the second half of my show, which is also always racing up with good ideas with Manjeet Kaur after this short break.